Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. I think we might have the technical glitches resolved. Yay! This is actually
Okay.
live. That's how you know.
Oh yeah, how you doing, everyone?
Hello. So great for you to join the conversation. This new Instagram Live with the Midas Mighty community and your community. This isn't the first time you've done something with Midas. Brett showed me or sent me the clip that you did with Midas 5 years ago. I'm going to have to put that when I post this live. I'm going to have to post a screenshot
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
no, the one yeah with famously with Matt Gates and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh my gosh, that I loved that one. His for those who don't remember it, you really got your start during the pandemic, actually kind of when Midas got the start too. And your willingness to go up and say things to people, oh, priceless. So you go and you say you want to take a picture with somebody crazy, so it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, and then a pedophile, and it's Matt Gaetz, and his face just like falls. Ah, that was
It
that
was,
was a good one.
Thank you. Yeah, no, the funny thing is I was already on my way to California to go to a QAnon event on behalf of Midas Touch. And someone said, "Hey, by the way, Matt Gates and Marjorie Taylor Greene are going to be right next to the event." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is incredible!" I bought VIP tickets because they were doing a VIP meet and greet where you pay to meet and take a picture. So I paid for like the VIP package,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
The entire day, they kept getting chased out of different locations because they would rent a location and then people would boycott it and call the landlord or the establishment and say, if you host them, we will never give business to this place ever again. So each establishment was like, you know what, this we don't want this smoke. So, and the funny thing is that I was like, come on, stop boycotting these places. I'm trying to work. Like I was, it was the one moment when I was like, come on, guys, I get it, but like, I, I have a mission here, and you're messing this up. But
Oh
thankfully,
my gosh.
because I paid for their VIP meet and greet, they didn't want to return the money, so I kept getting text updates when they would change the location, and I was like, oh, we're doing it here now, cool,
That's
like change
hilarious.
the location, everyone. And I was like,
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So that's how they ended up at the beach because it's public land. Nobody could kick them off.
nobody could kick you out. And that was even funnier is when it was on the beach. I was like, wait, I didn't even need to pay you guys. I could have just showed up to the goddamn beach. Like, this is like sort of anyone could have done this. I was like, all right. But I was like, whatever, I'll take it.
Oh my
Huntington Beach.
gosh. I mean, even just that sentence coming out of your mouth that like you were going to a QAnon convention, I was like,
Yeah, I
whoa.
was gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna go. Interview people there for Midas Touch and do stuff with that. So that was back when QAnon wasn't running the government, and it was
Right?
just this very fringe movement, right? So
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking when, obviously Matt Gates has his own issues with underage girls, but we have this whole, as you call it, the Epstein White House. I
the
mean,
Epstein class, yeah.
the Epstein, like that's, gosh, I felt quaint in a way, right? Our problems then
Oh,
were quaint.
oh God, yeah. I mean that was like those were the days. Am I right? Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
somebody
we
has in
we only
this,
had
yeah,
one forever war going
yeah.
on.
Oh.
Actually, do we even we had Afghanistan at that specific time. We had Afghanistan.
I kind of think we like, as a country, like seem to always depend on one forever war at a time, right? Like, is that like our
I know it's
stability?
like now. I mean, then now that we have like two or three, it's like, whoa, okay,
Yeah,
guys,
right.
just you get to have one forever war.
Just the one. That's
Just
his problem. That's
just
his
one.
problem. Too greedy on the forever wars.
Yeah, listen, you got to do the neoliberal route where we just keep like a one or just one forever war going on. None of this neocon, 3, 4 forever war nonsense.
Somebody put in the comments, is Mitch McConnell dead? What's your take?
God, you know what? I mean, we're all just waiting. I uploaded a video about his grave becoming the largest gender neutral bathroom
I
in the
saw that.
world, and And I was like, I'm too early. I was like, I'm waiting the second that I find out he's dead, I'm re-uploading the video. I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. He was supposed to be dead. This is unacceptable, really. I've got to say something. It's remarkable. The remarkable part is he is the MAGA hates this guy. They genuinely dislike him just because he's sort of thwarted President Trump enough times that they don't see them, as being partners really. And so, but that's crazy how there's not a lot of real support for this guy
Mm-hmm.
unless you're in elected office and you're doing this respectability. Like the only person who I thought had a very nice take on him that that gave a proper context was Hunter Biden, shockingly, and he gave a proper context to what. Actually, no, never mind. That was Lindsey Graham. I was wrong.
They are weirdly interchangeable, aren't
So no,
they?
no, I'm sorry. No, no one likes him. I was
I know.
wrong.
I mean, he could be like the best foot soldier. You say the one wrong thing. I mean, is he not even going to get a tap on the coffin like Lindsey Graham from Trump, right? Because he happened to say that the insurrection at the Capitol was wrong.
Oh God, that's right. It's like he was against well, God, he was his earlier work when he was bashing Trump. I mean, he's truer words have never since been spoken
Mm-hmm.
about him at all, about Lindsey Graham. But yeah, I can't wait. I obviously this is obvious that they're like thwarting this to, so that they don't have to go through some special election.
I mean, you were there January 6th. Like your videos, this, okay, just, I'm sure everybody has seen your videos, but you have been doing this since I said, like the pandemic. You go in places nobody wants to go. You just reveal the absurdity of Republicans, of MAGA, and in the funniest way, which honestly, the reason I really wanted to talk to you today is because things are so awful and I need to laugh. And I love seeing your videos because
Yeah.
it helps laugh. And frankly, I think that sometimes that's the best way of reaching people who perhaps are undersided is these like revealing their absurdity. But your videos on January 6th actually became part of evidence that the
Yeah,
FBI
but
used.
I didn't know that, by the way. That was news to me. I'm watching the hearings going, I'm sorry, is that me?
Wow.
And it is really funny also that there is a conspiracy theory that has gone on about what's the QAnon general? What's his name? The general that was what's the lieutenant general that was like a big Trumper. But there's been a lot of QAnon people saying that
Mhm.
I was behind January 6th. I was the Antifa
Oh
operative.
my goodness.
And it comes up every several months, like it'll resurface and
Oh
they'll
wow.
be like, we got him. And it is pretty comical because I'm like, not only I was so public about being there. I live streamed that I was there. I uploaded a dozen videos of me being there.
Hmm.
I had to speak with the FBI multiple times over me being there. And like there's like everything is so covered, yet they were like, I don't know. And I'm like, every second I was there was accounted for. And it's just and also like it's widely publicized, but then these
Right.
MAGA detectives, they'll be like, listen, we found footage of Walter at January 6th. I'm like, this isn't found footage. It's on my YouTube, my Twitter, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook. I was like, I don't, where you, this isn't detective work. So that part was actually the most like frustrating. I was like, how is this a detective moment? Uh, and then also OAN wanted to sue me because I was there with the OAN mic. Um,
That's
and then
awesome.
Jack Posobiec said, listen, just for context, Walter Masterson does not work for OAN. And then I changed the banner on my Twitter to OAN. And I was like, no, I actually do work at OAN. And then my bio said I dropped out of high school. Now I'm the best reporter at OAN. And they sent me like a cease and desist. OAN.
Huh.
And it was, they were like, it sounded like a jilted middle schooler. They're like, this isn't funny, Walter. We know what you're trying to say with your profile, and we know you're trying to say that if you're stupid, then we're stupid. And I was like, who wrote this letter? I was like, this isn't a lawyer that wrote this. Uh,
Somebody that
so
dropped out of high school.
I was like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. That's, I mean, okay, but this is why everyone follows. This is why everyone follows your videos because you just have like, it's courage, I think, to be quite honest. And really, that came up not that long ago too, because you and some of your friends had, I mean, you just actually reposted the video, but it happened a little while ago
we
where you
disrupted Tom Swazi. So listen,
exactly.
you know what? For all my, for whatever you want to say, my protest is bipartisan. If you voted to fund ICE and voted to fund, if you're voting to fund our own oppression, you can expect either me or people adjacent from me to show up at your town hall and disrupt it. Uh, Tom Swazi is no exception. At the same, I want him to beat his Republican challenger in November.
Hmm.
Sure.
Hmm.
At the same time, like he voted to fund ICE. Like so that's our constitutional right is to show up and protest people. For the moment, if you're playing at
Yeah.
home, right now is the most rights we're going to have, right? And
Yeah.
that's you can't take that for granted 2 to 3 months from now. Who knows what rights you're going to have in a few months? Right now, you have
Hmm.
a lot more rights. Just everyone needs to take advantage of the rights we have, right? You know, right this summer.
Hmm.
Make the most of this summer.
What are you going to do to make the most of the summer?
I'm just going to head out to Michigan to help campaign for Dr. Abdul El Sayed.
Hmm.
I think we need an epidemiologist in the Senate making decisions and voting on our health care. He is an epidemiologist.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. He's an
Yeah.
epidemiologist, and he's not corporate backed. He's not
Yeah.
bought by corporate money. Uh, I mean, listen, if some people might take issue with the fact that he's Muslim, some people might take issue with the fact that he's been critical of Israel. I mean, if those are sticking points for you and those uh, trump his views on healthcare as an epidemiologist, then listen, that's Stevens is your person. If you care about him being an epidemiologist and everything he said about the healthcare system, and you want to listen to that, and you're happy that he's not bought and paid for by corporate interests, and that's what you want in the Senate for the next 6 years, let's go get that.
Yeah.
Like I said, look at the comments. He's supported by the
Yeah.
Muslim Brotherhood.
Right.
Listen, if
Right.
you don't like Muslims, listen. And if here's the problem that he's a Muslim, if that's a big issue for you, and if that's more of an issue than healthcare, listen. Obviously, Stevens is your person. Go for it. So if this is America, we all get to choose for the moment, for the
Hmm.
moment.
Hmm.
But those are your options. I personally I met him. He's he has fantastic views on the healthcare system. As an epidemiologist, he ran Health and Human Services for Michigan. He did an incredible job. I mean, he was responsible for eliminating medical debt under Joe Biden. They had an incredible program because I mean, you can buy old debt from people from these places for like a pennies on the dollar. So $100 million can effectively, Biden under Biden was great. Is $100 million could wipe out $1 billion of medical debt for people.
Wow.
That was something he spearheaded in the state of Michigan. That's incredible. We love
Hmm.
that. I mean, those are great things. Making sure everyone has prescription glasses and access to clean water and all of these incredible things. So I salute that.
Yeah, I have to say that. I mean, in my personal life, I'm my family and friends are all Democrats, so I have to go on X in order to find out what the MAGA coalition is saying. You see them in real life. I'm not going to go that far, but on X. And after the birthright citizenship case and Mamdani's win of his candidates, the blatant Islamophobia and racism out of control, like out of control. Like the talk about how we need to teach in the Bible in Texas because that's our Christian history. And I mean, scary stuff, really scary stuff. And I say
Yeah,
that as a Christian, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So the white supremacists and that puts Trump in power, because in some ways he's just a puppet, they have a taste of power, and that
They're
it's
being
all
honest.
connected. It's all
They're,
connected, right? The ICE in the Minnesota and criticizing him for being Muslim. Like, to your point, like, people get to pick the candidates they like. They get to pick it on the policy. But when they start to like go into this, like, we can't have another Muslim candidate because what is our country turning into? And we need to mass deport and we can't let more people in, because that's what they say and that's what they need. And that is super, super scary. I have to say, I'm an Arab American. My father's from Jordan. Like, I just love the idea of an Arabic senator. That's amazing. I don't live in Michigan. I'm not going to be able to
oh,
vote,
where do you live?
but I'm in California.
Oh, very cool.
You're in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn.
That's
Yeah, I'm in
awesome.
Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, so I mean, I do think that your point is right. Is like during the primaries, or even when a Democrat is in office, we got to be able to speak and protest and endorse who we want. And then, absolutely, I think when it comes down to any kind of general elections, 1,000% support the Democrat, because this is, to your point. I'm really worried about where our rights are going to go. Now, quick
Yeah.
question. Who do you like? What is like your favorite character? Like Finance Bro, or I loved Finance Bro recently.
Oh,
Is
for
there
me,
one? Which one have you used in the past that's maybe one of your
I,
favorites?
I like. Yeah, I mean, doing a finance bro character is great because it just allows me to be unhinged, and there's sort of a wide berth of just insanity. It's just about the Sigma grind set and internalized
Uh-huh.
capitalism.
Well,
Yeah.
and kind of to your point, you did a video on communism a long time ago. But now communism is like their fear tactic. But you said that if you don't like something, just tell them it's communism. I promise you they won't check. And in the video, you have them agree to like all these things that
Oh
actually
yeah,
is
I
communism.
talked to MAGA and I was like, listen, in order to get rid of communism, we need to get rid of the big banks. We need to get rid of Amazon, Microsoft, and I just went down the list. And then I mean, everyone's like, God, of course we need to, those are the first things that need to go. And then
Mhm.
I said, and then this one guy, it was like talking about how I was like, well, the workers need to rise up and seize the means of production if we want to stop communism. And he was like, well, at my job, we have it's worker 20% is owned by the
So
workers,
funny.
and at our company, and
Yeah.
we're all very invested in the outcome and in success, and we're all really happy, and we have people working there for generations, and I'm like, you know what, like, great, like it's another way to say the same thing,
Right.
phenomenal, like you did it, like you're so close. I'm gonna leave you alone. Like, I was like,
That
this is
was
great.
hilarious when he brought up the fact that the employees helped own the company. I was like, that was awesome.
I actually would. It's like my
I,
longest
if,
running joke, and I
yeah.
never stopped it. I'm gonna keep using that joke until it stops being funny.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna
So
go to
do you
the
know
Iowa. I
if
was gonna go
like
to the Iowa State Fair and do
yeah.
that too.
Oh my gosh, you have to. Because if like Bernie Sanders or AOC said that, like idea, like employees owning part of these companies, they would just lose their minds.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So you're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah,
going into the States in these next few weeks leading up to the midterms. Any
yeah.
any preview? Any preview on who's showing up, or do you just? How do you do your magic, Walter? How do you do your
Or,
magic? Do you just like
well,
decide
it
the night
depends. If
before?
I don't like to announce if I'm gonna disrupt someone, but so that you can just you'll see that when it pops up. But I wanted to go to the. I wanted to try and have, make fun of people, but I also wanted to try and have some sort of rational discussions with people I don't like. I was maybe
Mm-hmm.
going to do that at the Iowa State Fair. I thought it's a very friendly environment. People a bit more friendlier. It's not as, the Iowa State Fair. You're not there as a rally per se. You're there to sort of enjoy food and people and stuff. So I'm also really I'm kind of psyched to. I've never been to the Iowa State Fair before, so I'm kind of psyched to see it.
Oh my
But
gosh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot wait to see that content.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you. I really wanted to talk to you because I just appreciate all of your values and principles. And you are
Thank
not
you.
only so funny, but you're so smart and you like mix in videos that are really detailed on topics. So you get to like squeeze in informed information at the same time. So you completely show the hypocrisy or the ignorance or whatever, or the meanness, frankly, of MAGA. So, the Midas Touch community loves watching you and hearing from you. So thank you
Yeah,
so much
no.
for
And
joining on this.
thank you, Midas, for giving me, for platforming me back in 2021. So
Isn't that
yeah,
amazing? Back in
yeah,
2021, you started doing this and you haven't
yeah,
stopped. You've just
yeah.
gotten bigger.
Thank
You
you.
have like huge number, millions and millions of people. I
I'm
mean, that.
bigger than Midas.
Okay, I'll
I'm
have to tell
kidding.
them you said that.
Yes. Tell them yeah, like when was it who said I'm bigger we're bigger than Jesus? Which member of the Beatles said that? I think it was Lennon, John Lennon, yeah. But yeah, thank you. No, absolutely. But
Oh,
yeah,
and
no,
before
and put to the comment, this is a stormtrooper in the background. Yes.
you have
That
to
is
have your
correct.
stormtrooper there.
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, you know what? That kind of made me think of something you said before we sign off real fast. You were saying how that the Trump people are really just content creators, that they just say these things for clickbait. I thought that was so insightful because it's so true. They don't care, like, if anything is facts or evidence or whatever. Like, he is just
No,
a
it's
content
a
creator.
content creator administration, which
Yeah.
I there's an they understand it. I don't begrudge them for that per se.
Mm,
I think they understood, like the same reason like Zoran Mamdani understood, oh, I'm not just a politician, I'm a content creator, but he actually has some substance to what he's saying. There's whether or not you agree with it, there's substance, there's something behind it. Versus this administration, it's like they understand the same thing. Like we're not politicians, we're content creators. Most of the Democratic Party is trying to play catch up. They don't
mm, mm-hmm,
understand this new world. You
mm-hmm,
know,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, but you do. I'm grateful to be part of Midas because they do too, and all the people on this live and who will watch it afterwards. Yeah, we have the assignment, right? Even reposting your videos is like a great way. We got to
Yeah,
like out content create, Trump and all of his MAGA.
out volume. Yeah, this administration that is using AI and AI bots. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other scary thing. Well, thanks so much
Thank you,
for
Tina. It's been
joining
a pleasure
today.
meeting you. Yeah,
So
just
nice meeting you
hit me up
too.
anytime.
Oh my gosh, would love it. Would love it. Oh,
Thank
maybe
you.
we should do one when you're in Iowa. We'll just kind of do a live. That'd be fun.
Hit me up. I'm around.
We could see you in
Please.
action. Okay.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Later.